Hi Taurus, thank you for enjoying your sweetest moments with me, Merging Timelines. Today we're just going to do a very general reading for you and see what energies we pick up on. These readings are always intended for sun and moon placements. So if you're watching, you have a sun or moon in Taurus, or you're cross-watching for a Taurus. Either way, you are always welcome. Thank you for watching. Let's look and see what we have coming through this reading for my Taurus. 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 Alright, so the first two out. My Taurus are trying to get away from something. They're looking back at it. They're picking up most of their belongings, but they're leaving some things behind. Two things in particular, but they're leaving behind things. Maybe these are old thought patterns that they're just leaving behind. They look very content, so this is a child in this picture who's wearing elf shoes. It's like perfect for the Christmas holiday. But this child looks very content. They don't look like they're up to anything mischievous. They just look like they want adventure, and they're taking what serves them, the 5 swords that they need to compete with. They don't need 2, but they need the 5. The 5 that they've already laid down and are carrying on their backs. Carrying competition on your back. Okay, so the competing leads to you. You're competing in your environment because your heart desires to invest in something the right way this time. Okay? So, like I said, I don't feel like this is you up to anything mischievous in your environment or anyone you're dealing with. I feel like this person is content, but they're at a point where they're going to take the things that they need to move on and to move towards something they really desire, but in the correct way. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time talking today again.
Yes.
Interesting. So you are leaving behind something, though. You're taking what you need and you're leaving behind what you don't. You're very clear about what you do need and what you don't. You are moving towards something started in Virgo season. Could be a Virgo, or just could be the fact that you're detail-oriented this time. There's not a chance that you're going to fail at this project. Something's imbalanced, and that's your influence. You see something as unfair or unjust. And therefore, that's what you're going to battle for. That's what you're going to compete for. That's what you're going to take the things that you need for. Because you're ready. You're ready to do it the right way and at any cost. At any cost are you going to do it, Taurus. You are going to deliver justice. Uh-oh. Okay, let's be careful with that. Because justice is not ours to deliver, but I'm not going to say too much. I'm going to let this reading unfold the way it wants to before I say too much. You could be dealing with a Libra, or it could be your thoughts that feel as though something is imbalanced and unfair. Yes. All right, so now I'm going to say it. Be careful with this mentality of competing for something that you're ready to invest in now. Maybe you didn't invest in it in the correct way in the past, and that's what you're wanting to change. It's like Scorpio season brought this this home to the forefront. It brought, it shed a light on the things that were cracked in this foundation, the windows that had no shutters. It was just, it's an incomplete home, an incomplete foundation. It was built incorrectly. And so now you're having to compete for it because your heart decided you're invested in it, but moving forward, you're finding the person that you want to invest in isn't making a decision towards you. And you see this as being unfair. You see this as imbalanced, and logically it doesn't make sense. Here we go, another person, another reading where we have the Empress as the advice. Reconciliation, rebirthing things, giving things new chances, new opportunities, giving things life again is your advice. When it comes to something that you feel is unbalanced and imbalanced, and unfair, unjust. Libra, Taurus is here, Virgo is here, Scorpio is here. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What are you going through, Taurus? This is an interesting reading. Very interesting reading. I feel as though you made a decision too late. You decided something too late. You decided to invest in something so late that now you're willing to compete for it because you feel as though it's yours. All right, Taurus. 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 Taurus.
Duck.
All right. Taurus, Sun, and Moon signs. Let's see what's going on with my Taurus. All right, bottom of the deck for the Taurus. Accepting where we're at emotionally, accepting the emotions that were lost in this thing. Yep, because we're not in union anymore. We're not at the job we want, or we're not in the partnership we want, and we've come to terms with it. We've accepted that it is what it is. We have some growing to do. But I think that we're willing to do it in a way that's kind of cheeky right now. Let's think about this.
Busy.
Seven of Swords. Yep.
Busy,
with the Four of Wands.
Busy.
So you're thinking of a plan. You're plotting a plan when it comes to something that you want marriage or commitment in. This is your environment, and this is what people can see. Mommy. That you're ready to compete for what it is that you desire. The partnership you desire, the person you desire. Or are you leaving behind a marriage and commitment? There's that too. I feel like this is a person leaving behind a marriage. Because the Seven of Swords, and he's carrying 5 swords and leaving behind 2, so he's not making a decision. And I do see that with the Two of Swords as your future presentation. You're not making the decision that needs to be made. You're just willing to compete by, I feel, investing somewhere else. I feel like you're sneaking away to invest in something else because you've lost the emotions that you have invested in a partnership from the past. So you're closing yourself off emotionally and using this water element in a very manipulative way. Okay. Yes. So your advice is to not overlook your happiness. What's influencing the way you feel right now is the way you feel everything is unfair and imbalanced, but they're asking you to not overlook the things you already have. Don't overlook the happiness that's within this connection, this marriage that you've had in your past. Don't overlook it because right now you feel you want to properly invest, but you're not doing it with emotion. You're just doing it based off of your resentment from the person in the past that you dealt with. Taurus, you have currently the Tower card with the Nine of Wands. So all of these broken foundations, all of these cracks in the wall, these missing windows in the home are making you pull back and go within. They're making you save your energy and try to invest your energy on something other than the lack of emotion that you feel. Because yes, you're ready to invest, you're ready to court, you're ready to put your money where your mouth is. But are you ready to put your love there too? Are you ready to invest emotionally too? Because in order for things to grow, they do have to have love. They cannot just have a closed heart with resentment and fears of recreating the past, the thing that we are trying to get away from. What are you trying to get away from? Because it's happiness. It's the thing that makes you happy. You just feel as though something's not right with it. And I can't figure out what that is. There's a cycle that someone is doing over and over again. And it's coming up in the future because I feel with you not making the decision between two things or two people in order to truly open yourself up to the emotions you've closed off, you're just going to keep going around and around. So your advice is the King of Wands reversed. Reconciling. So if you're a female Taurus watching, your advice is to reconcile with someone who's a fire sign, Leo, Sag, Aries, and they're not in their light side, right? So the fact that I'm asking you to reconcile with them is going to be very triggering, and it's going to be insensitive.
Practice singing a very special song for you.
For the things that you
ready
with this person, and that's not at all the case. I'm just telling you that that is in your highest timeline. And I feel like it's in your highest timeline to change the way you are looking or thinking about this person that you're dealing with. They could be going through a rough time, and that doesn't make, I'm not making excuses for the person at all. I'm just saying that they're going through some hardship, and they're in their dark side. Now, if this is you as a Taurus male watching, you have no emotion for the things that you want to invest. You have no emotion, period. So you can't even see the things that you're trying to sneak away from your past for what they really are, because you're not feeling anything. Another thing is that you need to give yourself a rebirth, a coming back together with the family structure, home environment that you once had, to allow yourself feel like I want to back away from lecturing and not making this reading seem bad, because it's not the best reading, Taurus. It's not rainbows and butterflies. This reading actually is a wake-up call for someone to realize that they're manipulating emotion. It may seem as though they get what they want, but they're cheating themselves. They're cheating themselves, and in the future they'll see that they created the imbalance in this home because they overlooked it. They overlooked what they already had. Wow. Well, Taurus, I hope that you still enjoyed your message. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and come back for next week's reading. Thank you. Bye.